This episode of Brokerage in Motion is brought to you by Simplicity Group.
Hello and welcome to Brokerage in Motion, your one-stop guide for everything happening in independent distribution. I'm Katie Fehlinger. In industry headlines, life application activity has returned to its pre-COVID normal. According to a recent MIB Group's activity report, U.S. life insurance applications from consumers fell by 7.7% year over year in July. Interesting to note, policy purchases by the 71 and older consumer group continues to outpace all other age groups, rising by 1.3% in July, while younger applicants' purchases declined. Meanwhile, sales are up at Lincoln Financial. The company reported a 53% spike in life insurance sales from the prior year quarter and growth of 16% in indexed variable annuities, as well as 40% in fixed annuities. This amid ongoing restructuring that includes combining the annuity and life insurance business into one department. And news at AIG. The company announced it will attempt a delayed initial public offering next month for its life and retirement division, rebranded as Brokerage Financial earlier this year. According to executives, the plans changed due to market conditions. For example, that equity markets were down 16% in the second quarter. In acquisition news, Integrity Marketing Group has announced it has acquired American Business, one of the nation's leading providers of life insurance products to high net worth clients. As part of the acquisition, American Business Chairman and CEO Allenbaugh and President Bruce Mesner will become managing partners in Integrity. And finally, Truist Insurance Holdings has announced it will acquire Benefit Mall, the nation's largest benefits wholesale general agency. The transaction will add approximately $150 million of annual revenue to Truist Insurance Holdings' wholesale division and is expected to close in the third quarter of 2022.
Today, I thought I'd talk about the National Association of Insurance Commissioners task force looking into revisions to AG 49A. If you remember, AG 49A has to do with the illustrations on indexed universal life. They just revised it a few years ago, but they're looking at making some changes. There are some concerns that some of the uncapped volatility controlled policies are illustrating better than the capped S&P 500s, causing confusion and perhaps some misunderstanding, misinformation with the public. So they're looking at several different options. First one would be just a quick fix, making it apples to apples on those two. The second option, no changes to AG 49A, keeping with current practices. Third option, attempt to revise AG 49A more extensively to address this current concern, as well as other concerns that have been brought up since this rule was applied. Or D, the most drastic, apply a hard cap on various IUL illustration metrics. Now, the comment period did close September 6th on this. However, if you feel strongly, please reach out to the NAIC. It has not gone to the full committee yet. It is still in the subgroup, but they are going to be making some proposals to the NAIC for a new model rule and improvement on AG 49A. Since you are the ones that deal with this on a daily basis, you know what it's like in practicality, we really encourage you to make your comments to the NAIC. Let them know your opinions on this topic.
We are going to take just a short break. Don't go anywhere. There's more Brokerage in Motion coming up.
Streamline your life insurance application process with LexisNexis Life Data Prefill, so your customers can get back to life. With a name, address, and date of birth, Life Data Prefill instantly fills in essential data for you to access and use at the point of sale. Providing you, the carrier, with more accurate data early on in the application process helps improve efficiency and creates a better experience for consumers and producers. Now, several new data packages enable you to incorporate even more insights into your application process. These enhancements help you proceed with greater confidence and enable more informed decisions that help you achieve your goals. Contact your LexisNexis Risk Solutions account executive to learn more.
Right now, our IDY segment, where we shine the spotlight on the people in the profession and learn what drives them. This NAILBA member's motivation comes from helping others succeed, whether that be in their business or in the ice rink. Take a look. Ice hockey. It's a fast-paced, physical sport. And all these players are legally blind.
So imagine learning the skills of skating, learning the dimensions of an ice rink, learning how to stick handle, learning how to shoot, and learning how to do all that without vision. They're amazing people.
The St. Louis Blues Blind Hockey Club brings the sport to the visually impaired and totally blind. It's played much like traditional ice hockey, but with two main differences: a shorter goal and the puck. 8 ball bearings inside a larger hollow steel puck allow the players to follow the gameplay by sound. An ingenious piece of equipment, but each puck only lasts one game.
Because what's going to happen is it's going to get dented and dinged and not be able to slide across the ice. So this is one of our big expenses as well. A puck like this will cost us around $50.
So it's an expensive sport to play, and Doug Allenbaugh saw a need. Last year, he shepherded a grant application to the NAILBA Charitable Foundation on behalf of the hockey club, which was subsequently awarded $10,000 in grant funding. You made that possible. You brought this organization to the foundation's attention. Why did you do what you could to help this club?
I knew that there's a lot of challenges with running a program like that from scratch, and there's a lot of, as you can imagine, a lot of startup costs to that. I knew that there was opportunity to help this organization.
Doug's given back to his local community for years. He's coached multiple youth hockey teams for more than a decade, and that theme of helping others succeed carries into his work. As Executive Vice President at the Marketing Alliance, Doug says working with the entrepreneurs TMA serves is what drives him.
It's a real pleasure to come to work and know that I'm working to help 120 entrepreneurs out there every day.
And now Doug's work and volunteer spirit come together in his role as board member of the NAILBA Charitable Foundation.
It's great to get out and work with industry leaders in our space in a different environment where we're all kind of pulling the rope in the same direction from a standpoint of how can we give back and how can we make sure that we do so in a fashion that represents NAILBA in a good way.
Doug says one of his main goals on the board is to try to increase the number of sponsored grant applications from the NAILBA membership.
The sponsorship role it doesn't take a lot to do to get a grant in. If there's any questions on how to do it, or if they need any help, please, I want to make sure they reach out to myself, Jim Sorbo, or any of the members of the Charitable Foundation Board where we can help them.
It's easy to do and can make a world of difference to a local charity. Take it from a man who knows. Because of Doug and the NAILBA Charitable Foundation, the St. Louis Blues Blind Hockey Club could purchase player equipment, pucks, and attract new players to its program.
It was an amazing contribution to the group. It was the largest contribution that was ever donated to the group, so they were very, very thankful. It's fun and rewarding to see the smiles and faces of new skaters as they try this sport. So for some of them, for the first time.
And right now I'm joined by CEO Dan LaBert. And Dan, I see you're rocking a snazzy new windbreaker. You want to tell us about it?
It's official. The merger's done. NAILBA and Finseca are one big happy family. Brokerage is a community of Finseca, and the transition has been fantastic. There are lots of interesting opportunities for Brokerage on the rise, and clearly we are stronger together. More importantly, I have one more piece of swag that I can wear so that a tie does not come back around my neck. So rocking the new Finseca wear and part of the Finseca family. So off to a great start.
Nice, and it looks good. NAILBA, though, also coming off fresh from this summer symposium. So tell us how it went. What were the results?
We had a great turnout. We were pleasantly surprised with close to 700 registrants for the summer symposium. That was kind of a surprise for me, honestly, because people are, coming through the pandemic and finding what their comfort zone is. And are they back in person? Are they just getting used to online? But I think just because of our success with Brokerage in Motion, the NAILBA success with other online offerings we've made, the culture and the behavior has been created. But I'll tell you the most interesting part. While the sessions had all different kinds of attendance, some high, some low, some medium, it just depends on timing. It was most interesting that within the immediate 48 to 72 hours following the summer symposium, how much on-demand viewing there was. Clearly we are in a Netflix, Hulu streaming kind of world. So do we add NAILBA to that mix now? But we got some great on-demand content, and overall, people were very happy with it. Big thanks to all the groups who supported us. We had some killer keynotes as far as delivering just some true value and some great messaging, and we did it smart, right? It was short interviews, short panels, and short keynote sessions, just enough time for people to get a taste of NAILBA, remember our annual meeting is coming up, and enjoy the online engagement.
Yeah, and speaking of, we are, of course, counting down to the NAILBA annual meeting. So what's the latest on NAILBA 41? Are there any changes? What should we expect?
Yes, we're changing everything, right? That's what a merger does. No, I'm just kidding. The registration opened up in August, off to a fantastic start. We're excited about it. There's going to be a lot more professional development blended into the NAILBA annual meeting this year. Some brokerage panels, some panels that discuss issues that are impacting brokerage and the entire space. We have some fantastic keynotes. I can't say anything yet, but hashtag man crush. So I'll tell you more next month, but we're really excited with who we have for the main stage.
Well, that is exciting. I have my guesses, but I won't give anything away now.
Nope.
All right. Helpful information as always, Dan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is going to do it for this episode of Brokerage in Motion. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Leading the financial planning business, Simplicity Group is proud to support its distribution partners, advisors, and consumers with industry education and long-term consumer value. Step into the future with Simplicity Group. Visit simplicitygroup.com for more information.